Most olive oil in American grocery stores isn't really extra virgin by the time you use it. Not because it was fake, but because it's already degraded. Heat, light, and time quietly destroy what makes olive oil extra virgin, and most people have no idea it's happening. Today I'm breaking down 7 popular olive oil brands you'll find in US stores, and showing you which ones actually survived the journey to your kitchen. What does extra virgin actually mean? To judge these oils, you've got to know the rules. Extra virgin olive oil is the top tier. To earn the name, the oil has to pass 2 tough tests. First is the chemical test. The oil is pressed only by mechanical means. No high heat, no chemicals, nothing weird. Its free acidity has to stay under 0.8%. Next is the sensory test. A panel of pros tastes the oil, hunting for any hint of staleness or funk. If it tastes even a little muddy, musty, or greasy, it flunks. Real extra virgin olive oil should make you think of a garden. Fresh grass, green tomatoes, maybe a peppery kick. That little sting in your throat when you taste the good stuff? That's oleocanthal, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound. It's basically the signature of truly fresh, high-quality oil. Why quality degrades? The 4 assassins. Once olive oil is pressed, the clock starts ticking. This is nothing like wine or balsamic vinegar. Olive oil is more like fresh juice. It never improves with age. In the US supply chain, 4 main assassins kill off that extra virgin status before the bottle ever reaches your pantry. Firstly, the light, the biggest threat. UV rays wipe out chlorophyll and antioxidants super fast. All those pretty clear bottles sitting under grocery store lights? They're basically death traps for the oil's healthy compounds. Secondly, the heat. Olive oil is touchy. If it spent a summer in a hot container or warehouse, especially in places like Georgia or California, its chemical structure broke down ages ago. Thirdly, the oxygen. Crack that seal, or if the bottling wasn't airtight, and oxidation starts right away. Healthy fats turn into rancid gunk. And finally, the time. Most big brands are already 12 to 18 months old before you even see them on the shelf. Why the label is a transparency trap. Here's the sneakiest trick in the olive oil business: the bottled on date. It sounds reassuring, but honestly, it means nothing for your health. A huge company can harvest olives in 2023, stash the oil in tanks for 2 years, bottle it in 2025, and slap on a freshly bottled label. The date doesn't tell you if the oil is actually fresh. Forget the best by and bottled on dates. The only thing that matters is the harvest date, the exact time the olives were picked and pressed. If a brand hides that, it's probably because they're mixing old, lifeless oils from different countries to keep costs down. By the time you buy it, the vitamin E and polyphenols are long gone, leaving you with empty calories and not much else. The red flags. Spotting dead oil. Before we get to the brands, here's a quick grocery store checklist to make sure you're not buying oil that's already lost its magic. First is the bottle. If it's clear glass or plastic, skip it. You want dark green glass, opaque glass, or a tin, something that blocks all the light. Secondly, the Franken-oil origin. Flip the bottle. If it lists places like Italy, Greece, Spain, Tunisia, and Morocco all together, it's a blend. That usually means the oils are old, mixed, and chemically tweaked to taste bland because the originals had problems. Thirdly is the missing seal. Look for real third-party certifications. In the US, the California Olive Oil Council or the Applied Sensory Panel seal are the gold standards. These groups check not just the farm, but the actual oil in the bottle to make sure it's truly extra virgin. Why most grocery store oil fails the test? Because they hide the harvest date so you can't tell how old the oil really is. They use clear glass for looks, not for the oil's health. They blend oils from everywhere, so you'll never know the real source or quality. And the flavor? Most of them taste mild, which in the olive oil world is just code for old and oxidized. Most olive oil you see in American grocery stores, honestly, it's what I call the transparency void. If a brand uses clear bottles, which kill off all the good antioxidants, and blends oil from 5 different countries, without even telling you when it was harvested, they're not selling you health food. They're selling you oxidized mystery fat. And they're counting on you not flipping the bottle over to check the details. Let's check out the worst offenders at the bottom of our audit. Brand number 1, Bertolli, extra virgin olive oil. Bertolli is your classic commodity brand. They care more about pumping out product than preserving any sort of vitality. Almost every bottle is clear glass, or worse, plastic. Sure, it might look nice lined up under those harsh supermarket lights, but that's actually a death sentence for the oil inside. All that light triggers oxidation, basically destroying vitamin E and polyphenols in just weeks. On top of that, Bertolli's standard extra virgin olive oil is a Franken blend. They source oil from Italy, Greece, Spain, Tunisia, Morocco, you name it. When you mix oils from all those different places and harvest times, you can forget about traceability. By the time this stuff gets blended together in some massive industrial vat and shipped over the ocean, any real virgin qualities are long gone. You're paying for the legacy of a famous brand, but what you're actually getting? It's chemically closer to canola oil than to fresh olive juice. Brand number 2, Filippo Berrio, extra virgin olive oil. Here's another industrial giant that owns the US market by buying up bulk oil from all over the globe. Filippo Berrio's whole business model is built on consistency through blending. Mix enough oils together, and you always get the same bland, neutral flavor. But here's the catch. In the world of real olive oil, neutral isn't a good thing. It usually means the oil is old, low grade, or has been stripped of its character to cover up defects like bitterness. The best olive oil should have a bite, a little bitterness, and a peppery kick. Filippo Berrio almost never puts a specific harvest date on their bottles. Instead, you get a vague best buy date, sometimes 2 years out. Without a harvest date, you have no clue if this oil's been sitting around since 2023. They're making a product for a price tag, not for your health. Brand number 3, Pompeian. Pompeian is everywhere, mostly because it's dirt cheap. Lately, they've started slapping QR codes on the bottles so you can track your oil. But the real problems of mass production haven't gone anywhere. To keep their oil looking super clear and golden, they filter it aggressively. That means stripping out the cloudy bits, which, ironically, are packed with the best antioxidants. That's why Pompeian oil often feels greasy or flat in your mouth. If you don't get that peppery sting in your throat, the medicinal compounds, like oleocanthal, just aren't there. When they say smooth, what they really mean is stripped of nutrients. It's all about shelf life, not about giving you anything healthy. Brand number 4, store brands, Great Value, Signature Select, and etc. Store brands are the true mystery bags of olive oil. Big retailers like Walmart and Safeway don't own olive groves. They just put out contracts for the cheapest oil they can find that month, and whoever underbids the rest fills the bottles. The result? Wildly inconsistent quality. These oils are almost always the oldest leftovers, the bottom of the tank stock from huge Mediterranean cooperatives. They're packed in clear plastic, which can leach chemicals into the oil, and usually chemically deodorized to cover up the fact that the oil's already started to go rancid. It's basically grease for your frying pan. Fine if you're deep frying something, but you don't want it anywhere near your salad. So, why do these brands fail the audit? First is light exposure. Clear bottles let light in, which triggers photooxidation and turns oil rancid before you ever open it. Secondly, the Franken blend problem. Mixing oil from 4 or more countries is just a way to hide old, low-quality stock by blending in a bit of fresher oil. Thirdly is the hidden age. If they won't print a harvest date, it's because they're selling you dead oil, stripped of the anti-inflammatory benefits you actually want. And finally, the overprocessing. Heavy filtering makes the oil look mild and clear, but it also strips away the polyphenols and nutrients that make olive oil worth eating in the first place. If you actually want the health perks of olive oil, the brain boost, a happier heart, that anti-inflammatory punch, you need to stop shopping by fancy labels and start paying attention to dates. The real winners don't hide their oil in clear glass. They treat it like a fragile superfood. Think dark bottles, single origin oils, and most important, a clear harvest date. This isn't just for cooking. These are practically medicine, carefully crafted for your kitchen. Here are some brands you can actually trust in the US. Brand number 5, California Olive Ranch. California Olive Ranch shook up the American olive oil scene. You don't need a plane ticket to Italy to get the good stuff. They grow it right here. Their 100% California line sets the gold standard for honesty. While most big brands keep you guessing about how old their oil is, Core puts the harvest date front and center on every bottle. Their secret? Speed. They use high-tech machines to get olives from the tree to the press within hours. No time for the fruit to go bad or lose nutrients. What you get is oil packed with polyphenols and a bright green herby flavor. Just make sure you grab the green cap. That's the pure California bottle. The Destination Series, white cap, is still quality, but nothing beats the California grown for freshness and traceability. Brand number 6, Lucchini. Lucchini is the upgrade for folks who want real deal Italian flavor without any of the sketchy blends you find in most grocery stores. Instead of mixing oils from all over, Lucchini goes straight to hand-picked estates in Italy and sticks to small batches. They know all about the 4 assassins that ruin olive oil, so their bottles are thick, dark glass, no sunlight sneaking in. But what really puts Lucchini on top is the kick. Taste it and you'll feel that peppery burn in your throat. That's not acidity, it's oleocanthal, the compound that gives olive oil its anti-inflammatory magic. Lucchini keeps those fragile molecules safe by sticking to a cold chain and always listing the harvest year on the label. Yes, it's pricey, but it's worth every drop. Brand number 7, Cobram Estate. If you want to taste what happens when science and nature join forces, pick up Cobram Estate. It's one of the most decorated olive oil brands on the planet. Their obsession with quality starts at the tiniest level. They use a special crushing process to pull out the healthy stuff and keep heat and air out. When you buy Cobram, you're not just getting extra virgin stamped on the bottle. This is ultra premium, way higher in purity and antioxidants than the minimum standards. They're so proud of it, they even print the polyphenol count on the label. Open a bottle and you'll smell tomato leaf, green apple, a real liquid medicine for your pantry. If you're using olive oil as a daily health boost, Cobram Estate is the clear winner. By the end of the video, let me tell you how to buy like a pro. Only buy oil in dark green glass, opaque glass, or tins. If you can see the oil through the bottle, its nutrients are already fading. Harvest date is everything. Skip any bottle that only says best buy. Real producers want you to know exactly when those olives left the tree. Go single origin. Look for oil from just one place. California, Greece, or Italy are your best bets. Steer clear of bottles listing a bunch of countries. Taste matters. Fresh oil shouldn't be bland or oily. It should zing, vibrant, a little bitter, and have a peppery kick that might make you cough. That cough? That's the proof the good stuff is really in there.